Hey team, I know there have been a lot of questions recently about our current day center operations and plans for moving forward with phasing in participants and team members. There's been some real momentum recently. Our declining community positivity rates over the past several weeks, combined with the increasing number of vaccinated people, have really put the wind back in our sails and created much needed optimism for being together again. COVID fatigue is real, and it's been a very long winter. Anticipating spring and hearing about opportunities for things opening back up this summer is making it harder to stay focused on the data and the science behind this devastating virus. Remember, the people we serve remain at the highest risk for severe complications of COVID. And although we are getting most of our people vaccinated, we have no control over the general public's actions or their perceptions or adherence to the ongoing public health guidelines. I want to remind everyone of the data we are using to inform our decisions to make sure we have a shared understanding and can communicate well to our participants and other community members. Positivity rate, that's our main data point. The rate of positive tests related to community spread over a 14-day period must be below 5%. Positivity rate data is clearly tracked and defined by public health and the CDC. It has been used to inform our state's response to the coronavirus crisis for things like limiting public gatherings, setting capacity limits, anticipating PPE needs, etc. So if you remember, think back to October. After a few encouraging months of low spread and decent numbers, people were feeling really optimistic as we moved into Halloween and then the holiday season. But then our community positivity rate began to slowly creep up past 5%. I remember it was like the third week or so in October, we made the decision to suspend regular day center attendance. And then right after that, the terrible surge happened. Positivity rates exceeded 20%. We had a lot of team members and participants and family members become infected. Hospitals were overwhelmed, and the winter months felt very long. History feels a little like it's repeating itself again. We are watching our region's community positivity rates and the surrounding areas slowly creep up again. And during an update from the state last week, we were warned that our positivity rates are likely to double in the next 4 to 5 weeks. And this is compounded by all of the travel that's expected to happen during spring break. So, Muskegon County, as of today, is at 6.6%, Ottawa County is at 8%, and Allegan County is at 8.2%. So this is significantly above the much less than 5% rates that we had been experiencing. We will continue to use the 14-day positivity rate to determine regular day center attendance. We will continue to follow the CDC and public health guidelines for remote work. But we also understand that there is a real risk to many of our participants by not coming to the day center. So even if the 14-day positivity rates require us to suspend regular day center attendance, each participant's care will need to be planned very intentionally around their unique needs. I expect the IDT will work closely with participants and families to talk through the risks and benefits of day center use so that their care can be provided in the best way possible. Suspending regular day center attendance does not mean the day centers won't be used at all. So I, like many of you, felt pretty discouraged at the end of last week. Like I've said before, this is a crazy long roller coaster ride. We can acknowledge our disappointment and frustrations, and we can support one another through the ups and downs, and we can also be the encourager to stay the course. The one thing we can do is remain consistent in our decision making until science or data tells us something new. Our caution has helped us more than survive the past 12 months, and we should not lose sight of that, even if we are feeling really safe and really protected and ready to get back to normal. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit more about the decision-making data we're using and how we're trying to be consistent. And I know that the more people that get vaccinated and the more people are still adhering to things like avoiding large gatherings and wearing masks and practicing good hygiene, all of those things will continue to make an impact in the right direction. My hope and prayer is that the predictions for the next 4 to 5 weeks will not come to fruition, and that we can get moving in our phased process, but we need to just stay the course, follow the data, and follow the science. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful week,